have a wonderful treat for you guys today. I'm feeling very spicy this week. I'm feeling real fiery. I'm feeling Sienna, man. Let's talk about her passive ability, Tranquility. After not casting spells for 6 seconds, automatically ventilates your overcharge. That's useful, so you don't die. Her career skill, Firewalk, Sienna teleports forward, leaving a blanket of fire in her wake that lingers for 6 seconds. Cool, nice little dash ability. Burns everything. She's also got Reckless Haste. Overcharge increases spell charge speed by up to 30%. Interesting. And Pyromantic Surge. Increased range damage by 10%. Pretty standard for Sienna. For this build, I like to go with the Fire Sword as my melee weapon. That's why I like Confound. Fire Sword staggers pretty much everything, so you get a bunch of temp health. You can stagger Chaos Warriors. It's awesome. If you like the dagger or something with a little more damage to it, the Spark Thief. Melee killing blows restore temporary health based off the health of a slain enemy. Also a good choice. I don't recommend Flame Fiddle Tier. I always say that wrong. Healing it's heal share basically. I don't recommend it. You don't make any temp health with heal share, and you heal zealots when they don't want to be healed, and it's annoying. Down here you have Volcanic Force. Fully charging a spell increases its power by 50%. Famished Flames, 50% more burn damage, 30% reduced non-burn damage, and Lingering Flames, of course. Enemies burn until they die. So with this build, the Flamethrower, I'm going to be using my favorite, the Flamestorm Staff. Very deadly weapon if done right. And for this one, you're going to want Lingering Flames. I know you might be thinking Famished Flames, more burn damage, but I'll just show you here. That's Famished Flames, and then you have Lingering Flames here. So as you can see, Famished Flames is more like initial, it's more burn damage, but it's less like initial damage, and Lingering Flames is more initial damage, kind of less burn damage, but really it's more because they burn till they die, and you're going to be burning everything. Plus, you don't lose the non-burn, your physical damage from your melee weapon, which I like for this build. So I recommend Lingering Flames. Volcanic Force just doesn't work with the Flamestorm because you have to charge the whole thing, like charge it all the way up. I mean, it's okay. It's basically like the same damage as Lingering Flames, but they don't burn until they die, which is why this is the clear winner in my mind. Down here, I love Smiter, but Enhanced Power is going to be the way we're going to go. We want that extra burn damage. Helps out with our Fire Sword, but mainly our Flamestorm. Bulwark would be for like a shield or something. Down here, Unusually Calm, Tranquility cooldowns reduced to 3 seconds. I kind of like that one, just as a rule of thumb. Just lets it cool down real quick. I don't have to worry about venting or anything. You also have Rechannel. When Tranquility is active, Sienna's range charge time is reduced by 40%. Interesting if you really want to get it off quick, but not my personal choice. Centered increases the venting effect of Tranquility by 100%. That just means it's twice as fast when it cools down. I'd rather just have it cool down faster, if you understand. Now for this line, I like to go with Sit Shield. It's a damage reduction talent. Stacks up to 3 times. It's 30%, which you're going to be getting all the time with this Flamestorm, because most damage reduction things require like you to hit a couple enemies and then you get reduced damage. But this, you can literally just burn things. You can do it through melee. You can do it through range. It's kind of cool. Fires from the Ash is another one. Killing a burning enemy reduces the cooldown of Firewalk by 3%. Also another one that's not bad for this Flamestorm, because you're going to be burning everything. So if you want that dash back faster, that would be the one to go with. I prefer Soot Shield because you might get hit, and I like that damage reduction. You also have Immersive Immolation here. Hitting 4 enemies with 1 attack grants 15% increased attack speed for 5 seconds. Since we're going to be focusing on the Flamethrower here, I don't view this one as necessary. So Soot Shield is kind of the way to go. And for your ultimate down here, you have Volan's Quickening, reduces the cooldown of Firewalk by 30%. So you just get like I think it's 12 seconds off the build or something, or off the cooldown or something. Kaboom is very good, but you have to use Famished Flames for Kaboom to really do any damage. So I don't go with that one. I go with Burnout for this. Firewalk can be activated a second time within 10 seconds. So, you know, if under 10 seconds, you can dash twice, basically. And this is really good when you have the Flamestorm going. You can just burn everything. It's actually pretty awesome. You know, it also staggers everything, knocks enemies to their backs, and just makes them unable to hit you for a couple seconds. It's useful, definitely. Low cooldown, pretty cool. Then I like then the equipment here. As I said, I like the Fire Sword, attack speed, Power vs. Chaos, Swift Sling. Pretty standard stuff there. I don't go for a crit chance on this because I'm going for that burn damage. But really, for this build, I'm really just getting temp health from this. This isn't really trying to do any significant damage here. What I'm focused on is the Flamestorm Staff. So I go for Armored, Skaven here. Armored's just something else because I have more things that cover Chaos and Skaven on my Charm and whatnot. You know, this isn't like super rigid. You can swap this out with a lot of stuff. You can go Chaos Skaven, you can go Armored and Berserker, you can go Skaven and Armored like I'm doing here. Really, it's not too you know, rigid and set in stone. You can kind of play around with it if you want. But what you must absolutely do is Barrage. A lot of people will think like they'll go for like that, you know, it generates less overheat. Yeah, I can do that. Trust me, Barrage with this is awesome. It won't show it on the dummies, but each hit in a map will do like 6 more successive damage, you know, and that's perfect for the Flamestorm because you want to do like a crap ton of damage, as much as you can. So that's what I would do with that. You also have the necklace here. Health, I believe everyone should use health. Bark Skin, my favorite trait for the necklace. If you take 2 hits, you get 40% reduced damage, so it's pretty helpful there. And I just like block cost reduction, you know. I'm not pushing too much with the Fire Sword because it's super staggery and it covers a wide area. So I just go for that block cost reduction. If I need to block for a couple seconds, I won't lose all my stamina. And then as I mentioned on my Charm, I go for Power vs. Chaos and Power vs. Skaven with Concoction here. So this just lets me do more damage to all factions. I know I've doubled up here on the Skaven. You can double up on Chaos if you want. I like having that Armored in there too. That kind of just covers everything, I think. Makes everybody take more damage. Concoction, just any kind of potion in a pinch. You can drink it. You'll get your ultimate back. You'll get burnout back. You know, pretty quick. Like in 2 seconds or something. And then the Trinket. Curse Resistance, Crit Chance. Absolutely the best combination for Legend and Under runs. Curse Resistance keeps your health higher when you pick up Grims. Crit Chance, more damage. Shrapnel is great. When you have a grenade, you can throw it at a patrol or a monster and they'll take 20% more damage for 10 seconds. So with these kind of weapons, really, like this and Ironbreaker's Drake Gun, they really kind of just eat patrols. You can just like kill a whole patrol pretty much. You can bomb them and then you'll just burn them to death pretty much. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, so that's the Flamethrower build. I urge you to give it a little try.